I'm keen to find out from you your takeaway from your first year in the National Football League, Spencer. What's your takeaway from it?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was great to be thrown in that fire, sooner than expected. Didn't think I was going to get any starts my first year, especially, being drafted where I was, but, was blessed enough to get that opportunity to get 6 starts and get some games under my belt, get the speed down and, learn a lot from what I went through. I thought, it was a tough year for the organization, for us as a team. We were fighting every game, but, a lot of things didn't go our way, but, none of us quit and we just kept fighting.
So what did you learn? You said you learned a lot. Like what would you say is what you learned the most, Spencer?
Yeah, I think just the NFL game overall, the preparation, obviously the skill set is at a different level. Each and every week you're playing the best guys in the world. So preparation is key. Just seeing the speed of everything, getting to see all the different defenses, especially being a young rookie quarterback going against, guys like Todd Bowles and many other great coordinators who are going to throw a lot of different stuff at you. So it was great to go back and watch that film and get those reps. And now going into year 2, feel a little better about everything.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment? What was that?
I guess when I stepped on the field playing, Khalil Mack and Derwin James and,
Okay.
those guys on the field, those, great players every week, but,
Right.
Those two stood out.
Is that right? Yeah,
I would say so.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you're back there, or you're in a huddle, and you're looking at those are two guys. Those are two guys,
Yeah.
to say the least.
That's right. Luckily, I didn't take too many big shots,
Okay.
on the year.
All right.
But those are obviously two of the best in the game, so pretty cool to be on the field with them.
Okay, so if you don't mind me hitting a little bit of a way back machine with you here before getting to the here and now, what was it like for you in a draft where 6 quarterbacks go in the first 12 and you were made to wait to the 5th round? What was going through your skull on that weekend, Spencer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talented quarterbacks in that class, and I thought I could be up there with those guys, in that first, second round, third round area. But, I was blessed to get picked to the Saints. It didn't matter where I went. I put my all into the draft preparation and, the Senior Bowl and all the interviews and combine and all that stuff. So, I was pleasant with me getting picked at the end of the day. It's a blessing to go wherever you get picked. And we hit the ground running and got to play 7 games. So I think it turned out okay.
Well, I mean, I know that, but do you have a chip on your shoulder because of this, do you think?
I mean, you could say so. Yeah. You want to go out there and prove yourself every single week. Not just for me. I think that's everybody has some sort of chip on their shoulder. But yeah, I think, dropping that far in the draft, it gives you a little chip, and I think that's good for you.
What advice would you give to Shedeur Sanders, who had a long ass wait too, to be straight up, Spencer?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to him?
Yeah. I mean, he's a talented quarterback, as we all know. He's going to have his own path. Everybody has a different path. Everybody can't go first round, second round. Everybody has their own path. So take it step by step, take it day by day. I know he'll be great. I know he's, got a level head and knows what to do. Obviously runs in the family. So I know he's going to work hard and be a great player.
Well, listen, I understand, some of the questions that I'm asking you right now, Spencer, could be, if you answered it with a bit more emotion, taken that, you're better than the ones that were drafted in front of you. And I understand you seem to have a level-headed approach about it. Where does that come from, Spencer?
I would say just my parents. They raised me right. Credit to them. They taught me the right valuables to go about in life. Taught me how to be a good young man, and I truly feel that way. And then being able to play at the high school level, at a high level, college at a high level, and then finally get to the NFL and play some games. I think it just comes with being a quarterback. You got to have a level head. You got to be just mature in a way. You got to move a little different as a quarterback. And I think that goes for all quarterbacks.
Is it possible, not to turn this into a psychoanalysis, but is it possible what happened to you in college where you get hurt and Caleb Williams comes in and you lose your starting gig in Oklahoma? Could that lead into your approach here at all, Spencer?
I never got hurt. I never got hurt in college. I've been very blessed.
Okay.
To never been injured in my career.
But you lost your gig, I guess, is one way to put it then. I mean, no?
I mean, what happened at Oklahoma, it's like ancient history at this point.
Right.
At the time we were coming off a Big 12 championship on a 16-game win streak, and we were rolling. I think we led the conference in touchdowns, completion percentage, and yeah, whatever happened, happened. But, like I said earlier, everybody has their own story. God has a plan for everybody, and that's just how mine went.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.